is leather, and I'm being naughty with this particular dish. Why am I being naughty? Because I'm cooking bacon. Ooh. But that's only half of the naughtiness. The other half is I'm not going to drain the bacon grease off. This is just a stir fry with brown rice. My bacon is already done. Ready for diced onion. And I'm going to have my big three: onions, garlic, and cabbage. The onion cooks up pretty quickly in the hot bacon grease. I started off the bacon with olive oil, however. So it had a little bit of goodness in it, a little bit of wholesome and political correctness. I'm using 3 cloves of garlic to try to cut some of that bacon grease a little bit when it goes into the body. If your doctor's told you not to consume bacon grease, you may want to skip this, or just look at it and salivate. Nothing wrong with that. Now you can dice your garlic like I'm doing, or you can use a garlic press. We'll do it that way. But regardless, put your garlic in there. Help your body have a fighting chance against all that stuff. And then we're going to have cabbage. Fairly good chunk of cabbage. Like some of my other meals, this meal is relatively inexpensive and relatively fast. Now, I've already cooked my rice, and the rice I'm using today was just a boiling bag long grain brown rice. If you're a purist, you may want to cook it from scratch and take 50 minutes or whatever, depending on the brand. But I'm not a purist. I believe in health so long as it's convenient. That's a joke. Okay, we're cooking along pretty fast in that hot grease. Now you don't want the cabbage in there too long, because it'll get all wilty and mushy on you. Unless, of course, that's how you like your cabbage, in which case, ignore me. You want to get oil all over that cabbage. Get it in there. Oops. Try to keep it in the pan. It won't take long. And all the flavors that are created by that grease cooking with the bacon, the garlic, the onion, the cabbage. I've also put in some Italian seasoning and a little red pepper flake. Because rice, even if you cook it with bouillon in the water, it's pretty bland. It needs help. So that's one of the things that oil does. And you're also thinking, well, that's all fine and well, but I have to watch my cholesterol and stuff. Well, if you're using the cabbage, onions, garlic trio that I've used, and you're doing it once a day, it ought to at least help. Now, it's not guaranteed by any means, but it ought to at least help. It certainly has in my case. My total cholesterol is 87. Not bad. And I owe that mostly to onions, cabbage, and garlic. Every day. Once a day at least. And cut down on the cupcakes and the Twinkies and all that stuff. And potato chips and soft drinks. But you can be bad once in a while. If your doctor's going to have a cow, don't let your doctor know. That's terrible, and I didn't advise you to do that. At least that's what my attorney said. Okay, now that was just sea salt, a little bit more Italian seasoning, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of cilantro. It's dried, I don't have any fresh at the moment, but dry works too. Now, stir all that in there. Mix all those wonderful ingredients together. It's kind of like a food mixer down in there, you know. Just don't know if anybody's serving cocktails. And it doesn't take much because the rice is already warm, so I don't have to heat the rice up. I just want to soak up all of that oil, all that grease, plus every other piece of goodness that's in there. And that is finished. Dish it up. I'm not one for garnishing, so in my videos you're not going to see me put a sprig of parsley on a plate. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, that's what everybody does. Why do what everybody does? Now, here we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, that is good stuff.